What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and this is going to be part 2 of our Spec Ops task list. This video is going to cover tasks 12 through 25. Then the very next part will be the finale and the unlocking of Cannonball. Before we begin, I do want to thank Matthew for this graphic. It's really well done, and I appreciate the time and effort he took to make this. As far as the task list where we last left off, we were on the research. We're going to see quite a few of these throughout this video, but here goes the first. Task 11 was to complete the cuff guard, and now we can finally move on to task number 12. For blasting off again number 12, you have to complete 3 fights against the group boss Bastion. You can try to fight your own multiple times, or you can face him on your friends' or allies' maps. After you finish this one, you're given 100 experience, and then you can move on to task number 13. At this point, you have to defeat the Prime Sentinels, who are a mini-boss in Mission 2. I kind of hate that there's so many mini-boss tasks because it does take extra unstable ISO weight, and it cuts down on your end boss score. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. We have to complete the task at hand. Once you do manage to beat these mini-bosses, you're given 100 experience, and now it's time for step 14. For blasting off again 14 of 25, you must confront Mystique in combat. Mystique is the end boss of Mission 2, and once you defeat her, you'll unlock Mission 3. You will also unlock task number 15. This is where PvP comes into play, and you'll have to win 3 PvP battles. You can also accomplish this one in practice mode, so don't worry, you don't need a season or tournament going on. For completing this one, you'll get 1 command point, and then you'll also get the blueprint for the cuff interface. This is yet another upgradable item that you'll have to research in the lab. The last version will be called the Cuff Link, and we'll get to that a little bit later in the task. The interface does have rising up and a shield, so it's okay for a gadget. This is the official task, so let's go ahead to the lab and see what it costs. As you can see, you'll get 100 experience as well as the cuff interface once you finish it. It's going to take a total of 12 hours, 80 unstable ISO weight, and 300 silver. Alright, so let's get this one started, and then we'll magically skip ahead in time. Spoiler alert, there's no magic involved. I had to wait 12 hours. But once those 12 hours were up, we went ahead and clicked our research tab, and now we have the cuff interface. Truthfully, I probably won't ever use this item, but I don't get rid of anything that I don't have duplicates of. Regardless, the best thing about completing this task is that 100 experience. No, I'm just kidding, it's that we get to move on. So task 17, we have to defeat 5 Sentinels, 3 Hellfire Club soldiers, and 3 test subjects. These can be found in Mission 3, Royal Welcome. After defeating these henchmen, we get 200 experience, and then we can move on to task 18. Hopefully, if you got 2 stars of mastery in Mission 2, this one will pop up completed. It rewards us with 1000 silver, and that's pretty much all there is to say about this one. For number 19, we have to use Cannonballs Coming Through in combat 2 times, and then his crash landing once. This isn't too difficult if you just try to prolong the fight, and you can also give him extra turns. So basically you could give him a quantum elixir, or maybe a chrono accelerator. The reward once again will be 200 experience. Now task 20 can take quite some time unless your allies send you this group boss, and if they happen to still be up whenever you get this task. For me, I think it held me up at least a day. Once you do manage to complete it, you'll get the blueprint for the Cuff Link. This will bring you to the final research task. Oh, and by the way, this is one of the pieces to the integrated intelligence set. And if you're having my luck, this is your only piece. But anyways, that means we have to visit the research lab once again. You may be surprised to find out that the research isn't going to take as long as usual. I'm sure that's because this Spec Ops has been shortened. This time around it's going to take 12 hours, 100 unstable ISO weight, and 300 silver. So 12 hours isn't a terrible research time, but we might as well go ahead and get it started. Then skipping ahead 12 hours in time, we're going to find ourselves with a completed cuff link, and then we can move on to task number 22. By the way, the cuff link isn't too bad, and maybe I will use it, but I'd really like to have at least 1 or 2 more pieces of this set. Most set pieces don't work too well as a standalone item. But now let's collect our 200 experience and move on. For Task 22, you have to protect Avalanche from Mystique and Dragoness. Now this wording is pretty confusing. Basically what they want you to do is fight them. It doesn't even matter if Avalanche is involved at all. You can just read this one as defeat Mystique and defeat Dragoness. They're both mini-bosses in Mission 3 of Spec Ops 19. After you complete this one, you'll get 200 experience, and then we move on to Task 23. Now you must defeat Sebastian Shaw. He's the boss of Mission 3 Royal Welcome. You should already be on this mission, so hopefully you won't spend too much unstable ISO-8. Oh, and another quick hint, you will want to try to get 3 stars of mastery as soon as possible. Finally, we get something besides experience. 5,000 silver is going to be the reward. Then we're moving on to one of the final 2 steps of Spec Ops 19. This one may take you the longest of all. You have to get 3 stars of mastery in all Spec Ops 19 missions. This one can be really costly as far as unstable ISO-8. Just do your best to get the highest mission scores, and you may even want to do some deploys. But once again, there is an issue of unstable ISO-8 conservation. But the best news is the completion of this task will bring you to the final one of the Spec Ops. Now you have to defeat the epic boss Bastion. You will need Hogan, Nightcrawler, and Damon Hellstrom for deploy, or you have to spend 35 gold to skip this task. I know the increase is pretty disappointing, it usually only costs 20 gold, but there's really no other way around this. This is where I currently am, and I'm waiting on some more unstable ISO-8. Like I said, the next part will be the finale and the unlocking of Cannonball. That's going to be it for this one, but I would like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, good luck, and take care.